Welcome to QuickLit. In today's transformative video, we're delving into the profound wisdom of The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Get ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery, presence, and spiritual enlightenment. Section 1 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle sets the stage for the transformative journey that the book offers. This section is titled The Power of Now and introduces readers to the central theme of the book, the importance of living in the present moment to attain spiritual enlightenment and true inner peace. Key points from Section 1, The Power of Now, include: the nature of human suffering. Tolle begins by addressing the fundamental human condition of suffering. He argues that most of our suffering is self-created and arises from our attachment to the past or our preoccupation with the future. He asserts that the primary cause of unhappiness is the mind's habit of incessant thinking. The egoic mind. Tolle delves into the concept of the egoic mind, which is the part of our consciousness that constantly identifies with thoughts, emotions, and external forms. He explains how the egoic mind keeps us trapped in a cycle of unhappiness by dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The now as the key to liberation. The section emphasizes that the present moment, or the now, is the key to spiritual liberation and freedom from suffering. Tolle argues that the only moment that truly exists is the present one and that finding peace and happiness requires surrendering to this moment. The observer of thoughts. Tolle introduces the idea of becoming the observer of one's thoughts rather than identifying with them. He suggests that by observing thoughts without judgment or attachment, one can transcend the egoic mind and access a deeper, more peaceful state of consciousness. The importance of presence. Section 1 highlights the importance of presence or being present in whatever you do. Tolle explains that true fulfillment and enlightenment can only be found in the present moment, not in external accomplishments or future goals. The invitation to awaken. Tolle extends an invitation to readers to awaken to their true nature, which is beyond the egoic mind and the thinking self. He suggests that by practicing mindfulness and presence, one can begin to experience moments of spiritual awakening and inner peace. In Section 1, Eckhart Tolle lays the foundation for the spiritual journey that unfolds in the rest of the book. He introduces readers to the concept of the egoic mind as the source of suffering and emphasizes the transformative power of living in the present moment. This section serves as an invitation to explore the deeper dimensions of consciousness and find liberation from the tyranny of the thinking self. Section 2 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled Consciousness, The Way Out of Pain. In this section, Tolle delves deeper into the nature of human suffering and introduces the concept of consciousness as the path to liberation from mental and emotional pain. Key points from Section 2, Consciousness, The Way Out of Pain, include: understanding the nature of pain. Tolle begins by exploring the various forms of pain that humans experience, including physical pain, emotional suffering, and psychological distress. He emphasizes that much of this pain is self-created through the mind's attachment to thoughts and resistance to what is. Identification with thought. Tolle explains how the mind constantly generates thoughts, and people tend to identify with these thoughts, believing that they are an integral part of who they are. This identification with thoughts leads to the perpetuation of suffering. The ego and its role. The ego, according to Tolle, is the false sense of self that is created by the mind's identification with thought. It thrives on negativity and conflict and seeks to maintain a sense of separateness from others. The observer of thought. Tolle introduces the practice of becoming the observer of thought. By observing thoughts without judgment and without becoming emotionally entangled with them, individuals can disidentify from the egoic mind and experience a higher state of consciousness. Consciousness as the solution. Tolle asserts that consciousness, or awareness, is the key to liberation from suffering. By becoming intensely conscious of the present moment, one can transcend the egoic mind and find inner peace. He explains that true consciousness is the space in which thoughts arise and that it is always there, underlying the noise of the thinking mind. The transformation of emotions. Tolle addresses the role of emotions in human suffering. He suggests that emotions are the body's reaction to thoughts and can be transformed through conscious awareness. By fully feeling and accepting emotions without resistance, individuals can dissolve emotional pain. The ego's fear of death. Tolle discusses the ego's fear of death and its obsession with the past and future. He explains that true liberation comes from transcending the fear of death and recognizing one's eternal nature beyond the physical body. In Section 2, Eckhart Tolle deepens the exploration of human suffering and offers a way out through consciousness. He introduces the practice of observing thought and explains the transformative power of awareness in overcoming emotional pain. This section emphasizes that true freedom and inner peace can be found by transcending the egoic mind and living in the present moment. Section 3 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled Moving Deeply into the Now. In this section, Tolle guides readers further into the practice of mindfulness and the transformation of consciousness through a deeper connection with the present moment. Key points from Section 3, Moving Deeply into the Now, include: the nature of the present moment. Tolle reiterates the idea that the present moment is all there ever is. He emphasizes that the past and future exist only as thoughts in the mind, and true life unfolds in the now. The now is where real living occurs. Accepting the present moment. Tolle underscores the importance of fully accepting the present moment as it is, without resistance or judgment. He explains that resistance to what is happening in the now creates suffering, while acceptance leads to peace. The role of the mind. Tolle discusses the mind's tendency to resist the present moment by creating stories, judgments, and interpretations. He advises readers to observe these mental processes without getting entangled in them. Awareness of inner space. The concept of inner space is introduced, emphasizing that true awareness lies within the inner spaciousness of consciousness. By turning attention inward, individuals can access a deeper sense of self beyond the thinking mind. The practice of presence. Tolle offers practical advice on how to cultivate presence in daily life. He suggests bringing full attention to everyday activities, such as eating, walking, or washing dishes. These ordinary moments can become opportunities for profound presence and peace. Transcending time. Tolle delves into the nature of time and the mind's preoccupation with it. He explains that the mind creates the illusion of time, but true presence exists beyond the confines of past and future. Timelessness is a quality of the present moment. The stillness and silence within. Tolle introduces the concept of stillness and inner silence as essential aspects of presence. He encourages readers to connect with the stillness within, which is beyond the noise of thought. Accessing higher consciousness. Through deep presence, individuals can access higher states of consciousness. Tolle describes these states as moments of enlightenment or spiritual awakening when the boundaries of the egoic self dissolve, and individuals experience a profound sense of unity with all that is. In Section 3, Eckhart Tolle continues to guide readers toward a deeper understanding of the power of the present moment. He emphasizes the importance of acceptance, mindfulness, and inner stillness in the journey toward spiritual awakening. This section provides practical insights and practices for moving more deeply into the now, transcending the limitations of time and thought, and accessing higher states of consciousness. Section 4 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now. In this section, Tolle explores the various strategies that the human mind employs to avoid being present and to resist the state of enlightenment that arises from living in the now. Key points from Section 4, Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now, include: identification with thought. Tolle reiterates the central role of thought in causing suffering and explains how people are often completely identified with their thought processes. He emphasizes the need to break this identification to access true presence. The role of the ego. Tolle discusses the ego's attachment to the past and future, as well as its tendency to create a sense of self based on personal history. The ego thrives on drama and conflict, which keeps individuals trapped in the mind. Dissatisfaction and seeking. The mind's constant state of dissatisfaction and desire for more or better things is explored. Tolle explains that this seeking behavior is a way for the ego to avoid the present moment and maintain a sense of self. Pain body. Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, a term he uses to describe the accumulated emotional pain and suffering stored in the human psyche. The pain body can become active and take control of an individual's thoughts and actions, causing further suffering. Addiction to thinking. The addiction to thinking is identified as a major obstacle to presence. People often believe that they are their thoughts and cannot stop the constant mental chatter. Breaking free from mind patterns. Tolle offers guidance on how to break free from mind patterns and unconscious identification with thought. He suggests observing thought without judgment and cultivating the ability to disengage from the stream of thinking. Surrendering to the present moment. Surrendering to the present moment, even in the face of discomfort or challenges, is presented as a way to transcend the ego's resistance to the now. Tolle encourages readers to embrace the present moment fully. Freedom from unhappiness. Tolle emphasizes that true freedom from unhappiness comes from recognizing the mind strategies for avoiding the now and choosing presence instead. In Section 4, Eckhart Tolle delves into the ways the human mind actively avoids the present moment and maintains its grip on suffering. He identifies thought patterns, egoic behaviors, and the pain body as obstacles to enlightenment. By understanding these strategies, readers can become more aware of their own mental patterns and take steps toward liberation from the mind's tyranny. Section 5 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled The State of Presence. In this section, Tolle provides deeper insights into the nature of true presence, the benefits it brings, and how to cultivate and sustain this state of being. Key points from Section 5, The State of Presence, include: the beauty of presence. Tolle begins by describing the profound beauty and peace that come with being fully present. He explains that true presence allows individuals to connect with the essence of life and experience a sense of awe and wonder. The power of acceptance. Acceptance of the present moment is highlighted as the gateway to presence. Tolle emphasizes that resistance to what is happening now creates suffering, while acceptance leads to inner peace. Awareness of the body. Tolle guides readers in practicing body awareness, which involves bringing conscious attention to the sensations and energy within the body. This practice deepens presence and helps individuals reconnect with their physical being. Dissolving psychological time. Tolle explores the concept of psychological time and how it leads to suffering. He explains that true presence exists outside the boundaries of past and future, and by letting go of mental time, individuals can experience profound stillness and freedom. Accessing the unmanifested. Tolle introduces the idea that true consciousness is the unmanifested, formless dimension of reality. Presence is the doorway to accessing this dimension, where the egoic self dissolves, and individuals experience a profound sense of unity and interconnectedness. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, Tolle discusses how true presence transcends the duality of happiness and unhappiness. It offers a state of contentment that is not dependent on external circumstances. Witnessing the mind. The practice of becoming the observer of one's mind is revisited. Tolle emphasizes that the observing presence is the true self, while the thinking mind is a tool that can be used when needed but should not dominate one's identity. Living in the present moment. Tolle encourages readers to bring presence into every aspect of life, from daily routines to relationships. He suggests that even the simplest activities, when done with full attention, can become gateways to enlightenment. In Section 5, Eckhart Tolle delves into the profound beauty and benefits of true presence. He emphasizes the power of acceptance, the importance of body awareness, and the dissolution of psychological time as ways to access the unmanifested dimension of consciousness. This section offers practical guidance for readers on how to live more fully in the present moment and experience the transformative effects of presence in their lives. Section 6 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled The Inner Body. In this section, Tolle introduces the concept of the inner body as a portal to deeper consciousness and a means of experiencing true presence. Key points from Section 6, The Inner Body, include: embodied presence. Tolle highlights the importance of being present within the body. He explains that the body can serve as an anchor to the present moment and a gateway to a deeper level of awareness. Sensing the inner body. the practice of sensing the inner body involves bringing conscious attention to the sensations and energy within the body. Tolle guides readers in experiencing the aliveness and stillness that exist within the body. The body as a portal. Tolle describes the body as a portal to the realm of formless consciousness. By fully inhabiting the body and feeling the life energy within, individuals can transcend the limitations of the thinking mind. Freedom from thought. Sensing the inner body allows individuals to experience moments of freedom from thought. Tolle explains that during these moments, the mind is silent, and individuals connect with their true essence. Dissolving the pain body. The practice of inner body awareness can help dissolve the pain body, which is the accumulated emotional pain and suffering stored within the psyche. By bringing presence to the pain body, individuals can release its grip on their lives. Connecting with the source. Tolle discusses the connection between the inner body and the source of all life. Sensing the inner body can lead to a direct experience of the source, where individuals recognize their oneness with the universe. Being rooted in the now. The inner body serves as a foundation for being rooted in the present moment. Tolle emphasizes that the body is always in the now, and by aligning with it, individuals can access a deeper dimension of consciousness. Practical exercises. Tolle offers practical exercises to help readers connect with the inner body, including bringing awareness to the hands, feet, and other parts of the body. These exercises can be integrated into daily life. In Section 6, Eckhart Tolle introduces the inner body as a powerful tool for experiencing presence and transcending the mind's noise. By sensing the aliveness within the body and connecting with the source of life, individuals can access a deeper level of consciousness and find freedom from thought and suffering. This section provides practical guidance on how to cultivate a greater sense of embodiment and presence in everyday life. Section 7 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled Portals into the Unmanifested. In this section, Tolle explores various portals or entry points into the dimension of unmanifested consciousness, which is the timeless and formless essence of being. Key points from Section 7, Portals into the Unmanifested, include: accessing the unmanifested. Tolle explains that the unmanifested is the source of all life and form. It is the realm of pure consciousness beyond thought and time. Accessing this dimension is essential for spiritual awakening. The portal of stillness. Tolle introduces the portal of stillness, which is the silence that exists between and underneath thoughts. By paying attention to this inner stillness, individuals can connect with the unmanifested. The portal of space. Space is another portal into the unmanifested. Tolle encourages readers to become aware of the spaciousness that exists both within and around the physical body. This spaciousness is a reflection of the formless dimension. The portal of inner body awareness. Building on the previous section, Tolle emphasizes that the inner body is a powerful portal into the unmanifested. By sensing the aliveness within the body, individuals connect with a deeper level of consciousness. The portal of nature. Tolle discusses how the natural world, including plants, animals, and the elements, can serve as portals into the unmanifested. Nature embodies the essence of presence and can help individuals access that state. The portal of relationships. Relationships, when approached with presence and acceptance, can become gateways to the unmanifested. Tolle explores how being fully present with others can lead to a profound sense of interconnectedness and unity. The portal of surrender. Surrendering to the present moment, accepting what is, and letting go of resistance is a powerful portal into the unmanifested. Tolle emphasizes that surrender is not a defeat but a gateway to inner peace. The portal of joy and creativity. Joy and creativity are states of being that arise from the unmanifested. Tolle explains that by fully engaging in creative activities and experiencing joy, individuals align with their true essence. The practice of presence. Tolle offers practical guidance on how to cultivate presence through these various portals. He emphasizes that presence is not something to be achieved in the future but can be accessed in the now. In Section 7, Eckhart Tolle explores the multitude of portals or entry points that can lead individuals into the unmanifested dimension of consciousness. By recognizing the stillness, space, and aliveness within themselves and in the world around them, individuals can access a deeper level of presence and awaken to their true nature. This section provides valuable insights and practices for those seeking spiritual enlightenment. Section 8 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled Enlightened Relationships. In this section, Tolle explores the potential for transformation and spiritual growth within personal relationships and offers guidance on how to navigate them with presence and awareness. Key points from Section 8, Enlightened Relationships, include challenges in relationships. Tolle acknowledges the challenges that can arise in relationships, especially when egoic patterns, mind identification, and emotional reactions are at play. He highlights that these challenges provide opportunities for growth and awakening. The role of presence. Tolle emphasizes that the foundation of an enlightened relationship is presence. Being fully present with oneself and the other person is essential for fostering deeper connections and resolving conflicts. Acceptance and surrender. Acceptance of the other person as they are and surrendering to the present moment are key elements in enlightened relationships. Tolle explains that true acceptance does not mean condoning negative behavior but recognizing the underlying essence in the other person. Transcending egoic patterns. Tolle discusses how egoic patterns, such as defensiveness, blame, and emotional reactivity, can undermine relationships. By becoming aware of these patterns and disidentifying from them, individuals can transform their interactions. Unconditional love. Unconditional love is described as a love that transcends egoic needs and desires. It is a love that is not based on what the other person can provide but arises from a deep connection with one's own essence. Presence in communication. Tolle offers guidance on how to communicate with presence, which involves listening deeply and responding authentically. He encourages readers to practice silence and stillness in conversations. Conflict resolution. Tolle explores how conflicts can be resolved through presence and conscious communication. He advises that instead of reacting emotionally, individuals can choose to respond from a place of inner stillness. Spiritual partnership. Tolle introduces the idea of a spiritual partnership, where both individuals support each other's spiritual growth. Such a partnership is built on a foundation of presence and mutual awakening. Family relationships. Tolle addresses the challenges of family relationships and how they can be transformed through the practice of presence. He suggests that family members can serve as powerful spiritual teachers. The power of now in relationships. Tolle reiterates that the power of now, living fully in the present moment, is the key to enlightened relationships. This practice leads to greater understanding, empathy, and connection. In Section 8, Eckhart Tolle explores the transformative potential of relationships when approached with presence and awareness. He offers practical guidance on how to transcend egoic patterns, communicate effectively, and foster unconditional love in personal relationships. This section provides valuable insights for those seeking to navigate their relationships in a more conscious and enlightened way. Section 9 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness There is Peace. In this section, Tolle delves deeper into the concept of transcending the duality of happiness and unhappiness and finding inner peace through the practice of presence. Key points from Section 9, Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness There is Peace, include the pursuit of happiness. Tolle discusses how many people spend their lives in pursuit of happiness, seeking it in external circumstances, possessions, and achievements. However, he suggests that true happiness is not dependent on external factors. The nature of unhappiness. Tolle explores the root causes of unhappiness, which often stem from the mind's resistance to the present moment. He emphasizes that resisting what is leads to suffering. The reality of the present moment. Tolle explains that the present moment is all that exists. When individuals fully accept the present moment, they can find peace and contentment regardless of external circumstances. Transcending dualities. Tolle introduces the idea of transcending dualities, such as good and bad, right and wrong, and success and failure. He explains that these dualities are constructs of the mind and can be transcended through presence. The peace that surpasses understanding. Tolle describes the deep inner peace that arises when individuals fully surrender to the present moment. This peace is beyond the understanding of the thinking mind and is a direct experience of the unmanifested. Acceptance and surrender. Tolle emphasizes that acceptance and surrender to what is are the keys to inner peace. Resistance to the present moment creates suffering, while surrender leads to peace. The power of now in daily life. Tolle offers practical guidance on how to integrate the power of now into daily life. He suggests that individuals can find peace in everyday activities by bringing presence to them. The true nature of desire. Tolle explores the nature of desire and explains that true fulfillment comes not from the fulfillment of desires but from the absence of desire, which is the experience of inner peace. Freedom from the ego. Tolle discusses how transcending the egoic self leads to freedom from the cycle of desire and suffering. The ego is constantly seeking and never satisfied, whereas presence is complete and content. Living in peace. Tolle encourages readers to make peace their primary goal in life. He suggests that inner peace is the foundation for all other forms of happiness and fulfillment. In Section 9, Eckhart Tolle guides readers toward transcending the pursuit of happiness and finding inner peace by fully embracing the present moment. He emphasizes the importance of acceptance, surrender, and the dissolution of egoic desires in experiencing lasting peace. This section offers profound insights into the nature of happiness and the path to true contentment. Chapter 10 of The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment, by Eckhart Tolle is titled A New Earth. In this chapter, Tolle explores the concept of a new earth as a state of collective awakening and transformation that transcends egoic consciousness. Key points from Chapter 10, A New Earth, include the birth of a new consciousness. Tolle discusses the possibility of a collective shift in human consciousness, which he refers to as the birth of a new earth. This shift involves a fundamental change in the way humanity perceives and experiences reality. The role of the individual. Tolle emphasizes that the transformation of consciousness begins with individuals. By awakening to their true nature and living in the present moment, individuals contribute to the evolution of human consciousness as a whole. The egoic mind and its effects. Tolle explores how the egoic mind has contributed to conflict, suffering, and destructive behavior throughout human history. He discusses the importance of transcending egoic identification for the emergence of a new earth. The illusion of separation. Tolle explains that egoic consciousness creates a sense of separation and division among individuals and leads to conflict and suffering. Awakening to the interconnectedness of all life is essential for the birth of a new earth. The end of suffering. Tolle discusses how the shift in consciousness can bring an end to the cycle of suffering. He emphasizes that true peace and happiness are found in the present moment, beyond the mind's judgments and narratives. Living in alignment with the new consciousness. Tolle encourages individuals to align their lives with the new consciousness by practicing presence, acceptance, and compassion. This involves letting go of the need for external validation and success. Creating a new world. Tolle envisions a world where individuals live in harmony with nature and each other, free from the destructive patterns of egoic consciousness. He believes that this vision is attainable through collective awakening. Spiritual teachers and messengers. Tolle acknowledges the role of spiritual teachers and messengers who have played a significant role in awakening individuals to the new consciousness. He encourages everyone to become messengers of this shift in awareness. The power of now. Tolle reiterates the importance of the present moment as the gateway to the new consciousness. He encourages readers to continuously practice presence and awaken to their true nature. Chapter 10, A New Earth, serves as a vision of a world where egoic consciousness is transcended, and individuals live in harmony and peace. Tolle highlights the role of the individual in contributing to this transformation and emphasizes the power of the present moment in creating a new earth. This chapter offers hope and inspiration for those seeking a deeper understanding of the potential for collective awakening. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.